Well, many of you have been praying for my surgery on my shoulder for the 12/6 date that I gave you. And unfortunately, last Thursday, I had intestinal pains that were so severe that it took me to the emergency room and had nothing to do with my shoulder. Wound up on Friday with emergency gallbladder surgery, removing my gallbladder. Doctor said that the gallbladder was so bad that he doesn't know how I was surviving with it. So I'm now recovering at home after 3 days in the hospital. Lois has got bronchitis, a very severe case of bronchitis, and so she's hacking and coughing and trying to take care of me all at the same time. It's not been an easy few days, but appreciate your prayers. And we kind of laughed as we got to the hospital on Friday morning for the intense pain, and the fact that when we got within sight distance of the entrance into the hospital, it was a major accident in front of us, blocking the entire intersection, and I was climbing the walls with pain. I directed Lois around one car and between another and through another and over the top of some debris, much to her chagrin, and got us into the hospital emergency room. And then they took out my appendix after 6 or 7 hours of testing. In any case, I said all of that to say this. As I've been looking at Exodus, and as I look at the closing part here of the chapters, I got to remind you that the tabernacle and all of its interests, easy for me to say, all of the complexity of the tabernacle, the thousands and thousands of pieces, colors and fabrics and skins and different pieces of equipment in the tabernacle. They had to set it up and take it down, set it up and take it down as they traveled in the wilderness. Aren't you glad that you don't have to do all of that to go to church? Why should we complain because we have to put on a new clean pair of shoes, or that we have to get into the car and drive 6 minutes to the nearest church, when we look back and see what they went through in order to go to church in the Old Testament? And even then, they didn't have the privilege of worshiping God in person. They had to do it through a priest. I'm so thankful that we don't have to go through all of that. And I'm thankful that when we found that accident, we had made a wrong turn before we got there. And if we hadn't made that wrong turn, we might have been in that accident. So all things work together for good for those that love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. And I'm thankful for God's blessings. And that's my thought for the day. God bless you and have a great day.